3-guitar work because, you know, it's fun to get all 3 of us together, jam out some serious
We're always
leads.
into the polyphonic type, 3 people doing 3 different things and mixing them together, and it's like, whoa, that sounds kind of rad. So yeah, when we first started, I thought that was our most original aspect of the band, so we try to capitalize on that and do as much of it as possible because nobody's doing it these days. So.
Robert Palmer called you guys cinema metal. What is he referring to?
We were doing our tracks in the Bahamas, and he lives out there, or he used to, I don't know if he still does. But he came in when we were doing some tracks, and he happened to walk in when it was like cranked on 10, and he sat down in the chair, and the lights were really dim, and after a couple songs played, he turned on the lights, and he just went, whoa, that's real cinema. So, whatever that meant.
Let's call him up and ask him what he...
Well, I know that he's totally getting into metal himself because he was working with the Scorpions on his latest album. Did he ask to work with you at all?
No, but we borrowed some of his equipment.
Did you break it?
No.
Good. When I think, or when a lot of people think about heavy metal and rock and roll, you think hard, dirty, dangerous. And I think the fact that you guys recorded your album in Bahamas really surprised me because there doesn't seem to be that edge there. Why did you record there?
It made the vibe so much better because you didn't have to go through all the LA traffic, get to the studio every day, waking up at 5 in the morning to get there on time because of the traffic. Our apartment right across from the studio was great.
I tell you, after recording that album there, I'd never want to record another album anywhere else.
Really? But what about that edge that you need in your music? You didn't find that
There
it
was a lot of that edge. See, there was the rum edge, the whiskey edge, the Beck's beer edge, you know.
Okay.
See, every time I had such a good vibe going all the time. Every time I walked into the studio to do my tracks, I just felt really good, and I was in a really great mood. Just the whole 6-7 weeks we were there, I just never felt better. I had a really good time.
Because you guys call your music technical rock, is it difficult to recreate what you've done in the studio live?
That's another advantage of the XXX attack, because when we do overdubs in the studio, we'll be able to recreate that live with the 3rd guitar player.
As far as the vocals go, before we went on tour, we were practicing like 5 days a week and many hours a day, just trying to perfect our vocals to make it sound like the record. You know, just working on our vocals was the most important thing.
It's always very disappointing for a fan to come and see a band and expecting to hear the album to some degree and then finding that it lacks a lot.
I think we do a pretty good job of recreating the album.
On the other hand, I've heard people say, they were so boring, it sounded exactly like the album to the T. I wanted to hear some live music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everyone's got their own, something they want to see live.
Yeah.
Or hear.
The video that you guys have put out for The Calling is a real good one. Nice concept. Who came up with it?
We all basically came up with the concept, and the producer of the video, Peter Littman, just put all the ideas together. It's a true-to-life video how our career started. Like, if you notice, it starts off in the backyard party, and it goes to playing clubs where nobody's there, and then the next scene, you know, we're putting up posters and printing our own T-shirts, and then playing bigger clubs, and at the end, it's the big place.
Is that where you are now?
We hope so.
We hope.